Now, after Serum Institute's Covishield got an approval from Subject Expert Committee for Emergency Use, Bharat Biotech's vaccine candidate Covaxin has now been cleared for emergency use in the country. However, some conditions have been put forward before the vaccine manufacturer ahead of its approval. In fact, the vaccine is now being developed in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research along with Bharat Biotech and has shown efficacy rate of 60%. The storage of the vaccine is varied between 2 to 8 degrees. Bharat Biotech has claimed that 10 million doses and the vaccine works building antibody response. In fact, phase 3 efficacy trials of Covaxin are in progress with over 13,000 volunteers. Both Covaxin and Covishield are awaiting final approvals from the drug regulator. With Covaxin and Covishield vaccines getting emergency approval, the focus is now on ensuring logistics are in place for the world's largest vaccination drive. In fact, the nationwide dry run for COVID-19 vaccination was conducted today, aimed at testing the preparedness for the vaccine rollout.
India is all set to roll out its mega vaccination program. 1.3 billion people to get vaccine against COVID-19. A curtain raiser for world's biggest vaccination drive. A nationwide COVID vaccine dry run was conducted in 119 districts on Saturday. The drive tested operational feasibility in the use of COVID app, review linkages between planning and implementation, and identify challenges prior to actual implementation.
There is vaccination officer 2 who is going to match all the credentials, note down the names. Post you are done with that check, the vaccination room where actually the vaccine process is going to take place, the vaccination is going to take place.
At the forefront was the Union Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan. He visited Delhi's GTB hospital and reviewed the preparedness.
सबसे प्राइम हम लोगों का क्राइटेरिया अगर है तो वैक्सीन के ट्रायल्स में वो सेफ्टी है, एफिकेसी है, उसकी इम्यूनोजेनिसिटी है और इनमें से किसी भी चीज़ के ऊपर कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं है.
Delhi and Kerala Health Ministers Satyendra Jain and KK Shelja were also present at Vaccine Dry Run Center. They assured everyone that they are fully prepared.
दिल्ली सरकार ने पूरी तैयारी की है, बड़े जोर शोर से तैयारी की है और 1000 के करीब सेंटर हम बनाने जा रहे हैं. 1 लाख लोगों को हम पर डे वैक्सीन लगा सकते हैं.
It was a successful attempt, The dry run went on smoothly. And we had a very good preparation for that. The trial run went smoothly because of that.
Authorities involved in the exercise have expressed confidence in ensuring a smooth vaccine rollout.
We have a robust mechanism of cold chain here. We are around 680 cold chain points. And the best part is that we have the vaccine that's going to come is going to be maintained in +2 to +8 degrees Celsius. So we already have this set for cold chain maintenance.
Those are the details that we're getting from the health officials who are working here. This is an exercise which, however, will be crucial because the bigger campaign is not very far away.
Not everyone will get vaccination initially when the final nod is given for vaccine rollout. Government has divided vaccination program in phases.
In phase 1, as soon as the vaccine is rolled out, phase 1 will be healthcare workers. 1 crore healthcare workers will be vaccinated first. That will be followed by frontline workers. About 2 crore is the estimate of the frontline workers who will then be vaccinated. After that is when all the other citizens, and these are people who have morbidities, comorbidities, as well as those above 50. And according to the government estimates, that's about 27 crore people. So this phase is when it starts getting challenging.
Around 1 lakh vaccinations have been trained in over 700 districts. Authorities are going to review the data collected from the dry run to ensure a smooth drive to vaccinate more than 1 billion Indians against the deadly virus. With Ankit Tyagi in Delhi, Shuja ul Haq in Srinagar and Akshata Nandagopal, Bureau Report, India Today.
As India is all set for the world's biggest launch of a vaccination drive, our reporters break it down, the entire vaccination process, right from verification of beneficiaries to post-vaccination observation. Let's take a look.
As several countries rolled out vaccination program to battle COVID pandemic, now it is India gearing up for one of the biggest vaccination program, and that's how it is going to start from today. 116 districts, 259 centers, including 3 in the national capital, and this is how these vaccination centers will look like.
What we're seeing here is there are 2 gentlemen sitting in the vaccinated officer number 1 booth, where one person will be verifying the list of beneficiaries who are coming in. The details will be verified, and after that there will be a person who will be checking the temperature of the person who are coming in and simultaneously providing sanitizers as well. And as the beneficiary enters in, what we will be seeing next is that there is a second waiting room.
This is the waiting area for the beneficiaries. They will wait for here after the verification.
After that, there will be a registration center or verification center just inside the facility. So this will be the first area where the registration happens and their names and other credentials will be verified. So this will be a prototype of a list of people who will be coming, and maybe I can just show you. This is how it will look like, and all the processes for the dry run will be as same, and also they have this thing registered on their mobile app or on a mobile device in which they can actually verify. They will have their contact details. I'm not showing those details anyway. So this is how the final round of verification happened.
This will be where the vaccination will be done. And here we see in front of us, in a dummy vaccine shot has been given to people today. Inside here, there are 2 women who are sitting, and they will explain to them what the vaccination process will be like.
See that those people who have been vaccinated will be waiting here with the prescribed booklets just to ensure that if they're having any kind of discomfort, they will have to immediately report that, and they will be taken to the adjacent Rajiv Gandhi Government Hospital.
There are essential medicines that have also been kept here. Basic first aid, other medicines have also been kept here. And then in case there is any emergency, there will be emergency vehicles that would be kept outside, through using which the person after vaccination, in case of an illness, will be immediately shifted to an hospital.
Now, with the subject expert committee giving a nod to 2 vaccines, let's take you through how these vaccines work and what technology goes behind manufacturing them. Here's more.
3 vaccines hold promise for India in the immediate future. They are Covishield by Serum Institute, Covaxin by Bharat Biotech, and Comirnaty by Pfizer. Each of them uses different platforms. Covishield is developed by Oxford University in collaboration with AstraZeneca. They uses ChAdOx1 virus, which is a weakened version of the adenovirus that causes common cold in chimpanzees. A spike protein has been inserted into ChAdOx1 virus. When the vaccine is injected, the human body recognizes the spike protein and then develops immunity. India's own Swadeshi shot, Covaxin, is currently undergoing phase 3 trials. This vaccine by ICMR and Bharat Biotech uses a platform similar to Covishield, but there are major differences. This uses an inactivated coronavirus. The genetic material of the virus is destroyed so that they cannot replicate. The inactivated virus triggers an immune response when injected into human body. The body will fight back if faced with a similar virus in future. The vaccine developed by Pfizer-BioNTech uses a modern technique never used before. The Pfizer vaccine uses messenger RNA and mRNA technology. The mRNA is a genetic code the human cells read to make proteins. In the Pfizer vaccine, the mRNA molecules are put in an oily shell which is injected. Once injected, the shell diffuses, releasing the mRNA. Human cells read these genetic sequences and build spike protein. The immune system recognizes these spikes and produces antibodies. These antibodies destroy the coronavirus when an actual infection happens. The Pfizer vaccine needs to be stored at -70 degrees, as mRNA molecules are fragile and fall apart in room temperature. The vaccines by Serum and Bharat Biotech are more suited for Indian conditions, as they need only normal refrigeration. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, as Covaxin and Covishield vaccines get a nod, preparations for temperature-sensitive vaccine is now being done at the Delhi airport, which has the capacity to store 1.8 million metric tons of vaccines. Take a look at this ground report by Paulami Saha from a storage facility at the Delhi airport.
One of the cargo terminals at Delhi International Airport. In this specific area where I'm standing right now, I'll ask my camera person Ajay to show you around. This is where the COVID-19 vaccines, when they come in, will be stored. These are cargo facilities, temperature-controlled cargo facilities. So the temperature that I'm standing in right now is about 2 to 8 degrees. This is the temperature which will be maintained in this section. That's the cold storage which goes up to -20 degrees Celsius where the vaccine can be stored. And what we're being told is like 2 freighters worth of vaccine material and doses can in fact be stored over here. The total capacity in terms of weight stands at about 1.5 lakh metric tons, but they say, Delhi airport authorities say, that can be expanded as well. This behind me is the green channel. Now this is an express channel of sorts inside Delhi International Airport's cargo terminal, which can ensure faster movement and delivery of the COVID-19 vaccine after it arrives on an aircraft from here. So the freighter can come here directly and go from here through this express channel towards the truck docking area. It's going to take about 40 minutes is what we've been told in order to unload it from an aircraft and then ensure that it is uploaded. In a sense, it has been put onto a truck for delivery further. What you see behind me is called a cool dolly. In simple terms, this is like a refrigeration unit which is used for transportation purposes. So when the vaccine arrives on an aircraft and it has to be moved towards the terminal building, the cargo terminal building where we're standing, it obviously cannot move in the open. It has to move in a temperature controlled environment, and a cool dolly provides that. So the container will go into the cool dolly and the cool dolly maintains the temperature, whatever it is, of the container and transports whatever is the consignment from the aircraft towards the terminal. We're standing in one of the temperature-controlled cargo facilities right now, and I'm standing inside -20 degrees Celsius. That is how much the temperatures can be controlled up to dip. They dip up to -20 degrees Celsius over here, and this is the coldest storage facility that the Delhi International Airport has in terms of storing cargo. So this is the temperature up until which they can store dosages of the vaccine. It starts from +25 degrees Celsius, it goes to -20 degrees Celsius. That is the temperature that me and my camera person Ajay Thakur are currently standing in.
हमारे पास स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी करीब 27 लाख वैक्सीन की है। अगर दिन में 2 राउंड हम उसको रोटेट कर पाएं, बिकॉज कोई भी कार्गो कंटेनर आएगा, उसको कार्गो फ्रेटर आएगा, उसको अनलोड करना, उसको फिर से अगर बल्क ब्रेक करना है तो बल्क ब्रेक करना और फिर वापस उसको लोड करना, तो उसमें अगर वो 2 रोटेशन है तो दिन भर में हम 54 लाख वायल्स भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं।
International Airport Limited has made extensive arrangements for the vaccine for COVID-19 to be stored over here and then transported out of here from the airport where I'm standing right now. When it arrives, of course, is something that the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare will be deciding, but the ministry seems to have indicated to Delhi Airport that it could be any time in the month of January. Various technical measures which have been taken, obviously a lot has gone into it, a lot of thought has gone into it in order to ensure that as far as the vaccine is concerned, it reaches the deliverable, reaches you in the best possible condition, given that these vaccines will eventually have to be kept in very temperature controlled environments, and they're very temperature sensitive, so to say. So clearly Delhi Airport is prepared, and so have other airports as well, the major airports in India, in order to ensure that the vaccine reaches you safely and is administered to you. With camera person Ajay Thakur, Polami Saha at the Delhi International Airport for India.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.